Pag sinabi ko pangalan, sabihin apelyido, okay? Okay?
What? Come on!
Inday Sara!
Come on! What? Come on! What? Come on!
Here we go! Inday Sara! Oh, Inday Sara! Bagong Pilipinas, bagong mukha!
Come on!
May prinsipyo, may isang kaibigan nyo!
Kaibigan nyo!
Kaibigan ko, siya si Inday Sara! Oh, bagong Pilipinas, bagong mukha!
Come on!
May prinsipyo, may isang salita!
Oh, yeah!
Kaibigan nyo!
Kaibigan nyo!
Kaibigan ko, siya si Inday Sara!
Come on!
Break down! Kay Inday Sara! Kay Inday Sara!
Come on!
Bayan ay nagkakaisa kay Inday Sara, kay Inday Sara. Sa pagunlad kasama ka, maestro. Para na dito ingay. Sabay-sabay.
1, 2, 3,
Kay Inday Sara, kay Inday Sara.
Oh, yeah!
Ang bayan ay kay Inday Sara, kay Inday Sara.
Oh, yeah!
Sa tagumpay kasama ka.
Here we go.
Kay Inday Sara.
Kaibigan!
Alright.
Yeah.
Ang bayan ay kay Inday Sara. Kay Inday Sara.
Say what?
Sa tagumpay kasama ka. Kay Inday Sara. Oh yeah. Ang bayan ay kay Inday Sara. Kay Inday Sara.
Come on, come on!
Sa tagumpay kasama ka. Break it down.
Sama-sama kay Inday Sara, 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 ang agila ng timog, walang inuurong ng laban, tapat na paglilingkod ang ilalaan, may talino at kakayahan na mapaunlad ang ating bayan. Sama-sama kay Inday Sara, may natatanging kakayahan, namumuhay ng may dangal, dignidad at may malasakit. Sama-sama kay Inday Sara, larawan ka ng babaeng Pilipina, may prinsipyo, matatag at matapang, handang ipaglaban ang nasa katwiran. Ikaw ang vice-presidente ko. Sama-sama kay Inday Sara, ang agila ng timog, walang
Dapat pantay-pantay ang lahat. Walang kasarian, edad o relihiyon. Walang mahirap, walang mayaman. Ang kailangan ng bansa, pagkakaisa ng bayan, disiplinadong mamamayan, tuloy-tuloy na kaunlaran.
Tunay, love you! Huwag ka mag-alala, number one kita!
Siya'y isang simpleng tao, aking napatunayan. Mapagpakumbaba sa madla at maging sa kaibigan. Siya ay idolo ng marami, matanda at kabataan. Idolo ng inyong lingkod at tunay kong hinahangaan. At ngayong nakita ko na ang tunay na agila sa buong Pilipinas, siya'y aking ipapakilala. Eto na, Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte! Eto na, Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte! Di tayo pababayaan, bayan ay aalagaan. Eto na, Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte! Eto na, Inday Sara, here she comes. Eto na, Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte! Di tayo pababayaan, bayan ay aalagaan. Eto na, Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte!
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh sa mga kapatid nating Muslim. Maayong buntag at magandang umaga po. Happy Tuesday po sa inyong lahat at welcome dito sa SA4U sa ngalan ni Mayor Sara Duterte. Ako po ang inyong lingkod, Tech Ocampo, live mula rito sa Davao City. Ngayong araw, muling umarangkada ang unit team sa Dasmariñas City sa Cavite, ang kanilang first stop. Samantala, naging abala nitong weekend ang unit team upang makaharap at makasalumuha ang mga kababayan natin sa Luzon. Balikan natin ang ilang highlights ng pagbisita ng unit team sa pangunguna ni Apo Bongbong Marcos at Mayor Sara Duterte sa Bulacan at Malabon City sa Metro Manila. Panorin po natin ito.
Simple lang, kasama ka na. Kung ayaw nila, sa akin okay lang. Hindi mo makuha sa tingin, idaan mo sa taas. Kung ayaw pa rin, umisin na. Araw ng pag-asa'y narito na. Tumatingin, haharapin natin. Tayo'y magkasama. Laging mayroong umaga. Kay ganda, pagsikat ng araw, may dalang liwanag sa ating pangarap. Hahanapin natin.
Sa kasagsagan ng isang unit team caravan sa Navotas City sa Metro Manila sa pangunguna ni Apo Bongbong Marcos at sinabayan naman ni Navotas Mayor Toby Tiangco, biglang may nag-abot ng sobre kay Apo BBM na may lamang sulat at pera na tigwa 100 peso at 50 peso bills. Bagay na talagang ikinagulat nila. Tunghayan natin ang nakakaantig na eksenang ito at alamin kung bakit ito binigay sa kanya.
Just get the letter.
Tulog po na kami yan sa iyo, sir. Hindi po. Mayor, sige po. Please lang.
Yung sulat lang.
Sir, okay lang, sir. Sir, okay lang, sir. Pinaghirapan po natin sa isla yan, sir.
Hindi. Kaya
Sige na, sir.
pinaghirapan niyo yan eh. Pinaghirapan niyo yan eh.
Sir,
Hindi, pinaghirapan niyo to eh.
Sige po, Mayor. Tulog po na kami yan, sir.
Hindi, okay na. Usap tayo. Yung tulong niyo, sapat na yun. Yung bomba niyo, sapat na yun. Ito, pinaghirapan niyo to. Pinaghirapan niyo to eh. Pinaghirapan niyo to eh. Pinaghirapan niyo yan. Pinaghirapan niyo yan, ha? Pinaghirapan niyo yan. May mabuti ka na. Pinaghirapan niyo yan. Ano po yun?
Mahal po namin kayo, mahal po namin.
Ang mga tulad ni Aling Clemencia na taos-puso ang pagbibigay suporta ay isang tunay na inspirasyon para sa unit team na magpursige upang makamit ang tagumpay tungo sa pagkakaisa at pagbangon ng mga Pilipino. Patuloy po natin ang tabayan ang mga susunod pang kaganapan ng unit team dito lang po sa Mayor Sara Duterte Facebook page at Inday Sara Duterte YouTube channel. Magbabalik pa po ang Sara All for You.
Ang turo ng aking mga magulang sa aking pagtatrabaho, dapat pantay-pantayan lahat. Walang kasarian, edad o relihiyon. Walang mahirap, walang mayaman. Ang kailangan natin, trabaho, edukasyon, mapayapang pamumuhay. Ang kailangan ng bansa, pagkakaisa ng bayan, disiplinadong mamamayan, tuloy-tuloy na kaunlaran. Ako si Inday Sara Duterte. Matibay ang puso na maglilingkod para sa mga Pilipino, para sa Pilipinas. Mahalin natin ang Pilipinas.
Ba't ka sumali dyan? Panlalaki yan. Yun talaga yung mga naririnig ko that time eh.
Ako po ay galing sa mahirap na pamilya. Tuloy pa rin ang buhay, lumalaban pa rin ako.
Kaya nga ang ginawa ko, talagang nagsumikap ako sa lahat ng paraan na pwedeng mabuhay kami.
Fulfilling. Kasi parang dugot pawis po yung pinagdaanan namin during training.
Lahat ng mga leader ng LGBT mag-meeting kasi mayroon daw ibigay na programa ang gobyerno tulad ng mga livelihood.
The world will be a better place if objective po yung kagandahan.
Ang kagandahan sa akin, it's for everybody.
Maganda ako dahil nakasurvive ako sa hirap ng buhay ko noon.
Ako si Inday AJ, sasagitin ka sa anumang panganib.
Ako si Inday Masoy, kakampi mo sa hamon ng buhay.
Ako po si Inday Darwin, hahasain ang inyong isip tungo sa magandang buhay. Inday will always love you.
Sa kanyang puso ay di
Isa sa mga naglingkod sa pamilyang Duterte sa Davao City ay nagkwento ng kanyang naging karanasan at kung paano niya nasaksihan ang ugali ni Mayor Sara Duterte habang ito ay lumalaki. Tunghayan po natin ang kwento ni Manang Flor sa special feature na nang ituloy ang pagbabago movement na yan si Inday.
Kadtong 1992 nga niabot ko sa ilahang balay, nangita sila og nangita sila og kusinera. Tapos sa tinuod lang ma'am nakulbaan ko kay di man ko kay balo luto. Excited lang jud ko ma'am kanang mo serbisyo sa ilaha. Lahi si Inday niya kanang magkaon siya ma'am. Dili na mo siya kinahanglan hukaran unta anak og mayor bugtong babae, lahi si Inday. Dili na siya manugo ma'am. Ang kanon sa buntag nga akong lungagon ma'am kay baho baka pagkahapon di na ko maglungag kay mi nga ay na paglungag man ang kay mukaon mukaon nagbahaw. Kanang atong vice presidente pohon, mukaon mukaon nagginamos, mukaon nagbuwad, mukaon nagpinubre kay giandan na silang mga ginikanan. Di na ko makalimtan katong dito siya sa lamisa ni tong lamisa nga dako sa sala ana siya naggunit nagbasa sa lagbok. Impi siya Manang paana mi sa mister sa Manang nangawat ka no ko sa Inday impi siya nangawat ka no wala ko nangawat Inday ako mangawat ako ninanaw sa day ka Inday anak mister sa nangawat lagi ka ana siya day wala lagi ko nangawat day nganong mangawat man ko day isang tanawan yo nakalagbok yo Flor, nangawat og rambutan, 7 ka buo. Moto perti gid among pangatawag duha. Ko nga, hala ka day tama day no, nangawat ko rambutan. Sus tinuod gid nga nangawat ko kay dili gud to pahilabtan kay pilmirong bunga. Ako gid ang pilmirong ni Pupo. Makahilak ka kay Inday Sara, mauni. Naatoy duha ka bata nga girip sa iyang amahan. Giripol gid sila og rape sa iyang amahan. Nihangyo dito kay Mayor nagpatabang kay Mayor. Mayor pa man iyang papa adto panahon na nagpatabang na ngayog tabang kay gihurot mo og rape niya ang mga anak. Pag abot dito wala jud mga panty ang mga bata. Kani di si Inday Sara naminaw di sa bintana kay naa man na daplin man nagkasada na iyang kwarto. Naminaw din na si Inday king kalit man nagnaog si Inday. Na siya gibit-bit. Gipanghatagan niya tong panty tong mga bata. Abi na kung si Inday, wala lang siya. Dito si Inday, dito na ko nakita si Inday Sara nga. Lahi po day si Inday Sara. Manggiluyon po guys si Inday Sara. Na siya gihatag dito. Wa na ko kabalong sa pato iyang gihatag. Basta ang akong nakitaan dito katod yung mga panting gipang tunol niya sa mga bata. Kanang nay mangayo dito bugas lahi man dito sa una kay lahi man dito ilang Mayor sa una kay ayo mangayo may mo ni balay ni Mayor Duterte mangayo unta mig bugas nga wa mi bugas mo ni mo na wala man na si ma'am o si sir unya mga gwardiya ako ginay ingnon nya si Inday kay naa man na day nabi mangayo bugas day para konsumo ra ba na nato umpisa Manang ihatag na Manang bahala wa na tay lungagon Manang ihatag ng bugas Manang ihatag na sa mangayo basta na mangayo Manang ihatag ingon ana si Inday Sara ka manggiluyon maski atong panahon na linghod pang iyang panghuna-huna pero kahibaw na sa unsay taong naglisod mas nisamot pa siya kaayo katong karong ni Mayor na siya na busy Mayor kay muhandom pa man siya sa ako maski dugay na to unsa nagutong tuiga wala ko sa ilag muhandom gyapon siya sa ako hinaot pa unta day nga maayo ang imuhang kuan kanang imuhang katuyuan kung unsa ka maayo karon day mas labuan pa nimo puhon kung naana ka dinha kay baw ko day nga kaya na nimo. Daghan kaing salamat day. dili gyud ka bayaran ang among utang. Akong utang kabubuton diya sa inyo ha. Labi na sa imong mga ginikanan. Mahalin natin ang Pilipinas. Yan si Inday.
Ang turo ng aking mga magulang sa aking pagtatrabaho, dapat pantay-pantay ang lahat. Walang kasarian, edad o relihiyon. Walang mahirap, walang mayaman. Ang kailangan natin, trabaho, edukasyon, mapayapang pamumuhay. Ang kailangan ng bansa, pagkakaisa ng bayan, disiplinadong mamamayan, tuloy-tuloy na kaunlaran. Ako si Inday Sara Duterte. Matibay ang puso na maglilingkod para sa mga Pilipino, para sa Pilipinas. Mahalin natin ang Pilipinas.
Andyan sa puso natin yung hindi humuhusga sa ibang tao.
Yun pong tao na handang tumulong, yung mga instrumentong ginagamit ni Lord, yun pong ililift up ako, yung magbigay ng encouragement.
Marunong makisama kasi yung tao naman na nakakaharap mo araw-araw, kung maganda yung pakikitungo mo, babalik din sa'yo lahat ng kagandahan na ginawa mo para sa kanila.
Ako si Inday Nila, person with disability. Aalagaan ka.
Ako si Inday Lai, sasamahan kita.
Ako po si Inday Jane, handang maglingkod, isang Inday. Inday will always love you.
Inday Sara, sa'yo lang umaasa.
Bago po tayo magbasa ng messages mula sa ating viewers, shoutout po muna sa mga grupong sumusuporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte, kay Apo Bongbong Marcos at sa Uniteam. Let's go Uniteam Coalition! Kislap o kay Inday Sara lilipad ang Pilipinas, Isip Pilipinas o Inday Sara ikalawang Pangulo ng Pilipinas, Isda Inday Sara Duterte ako at Sara tayo. Happy birthday to Julene Montejo, Lolong Molieda of Santa Cruz, Davao del Sur, and Mario Chu of Cebu City. Shout out para kay Nadzla Yusuf, solid BBM Sara supporter. Mula naman kay Augusto Olip, more power BBM Sara Unity Tandem, solid CDO-CD. Maraming salamat Augusto at sa mga kababayan natin sa Cagayan de Oro City sa inyong suporta sa BBM Sara Unity. Mula naman kay Nuebels Fernandez Diaz, Mayor Sara is the best leader. Mami Sara, hugs po. Maraming salamat po sa inyong suporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte, ang ating future Vice President. Mula kay Dominic, solid BBM Sara Uniteam, lang malakas, watching from Davao. Maraming salamat po Dominic at mga kababayan natin dito sa Davao City sa inyong suporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte at kay BBM at sa Unity. Mula kay Carl Izael, the whole Cebu, love you. Maraming salamat po Carl at sa ating mga kaubang mga Bisaya diya sa Cebu, daghang salamat sa inyong suporta. Mula naman kay Kenneth Howell Nazareno, watching from MOA. Wow! Maraming salamat sa inyong suporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte, Apo Bongbong Marcos at sa Unity. Mula naman kay Jake Dims Edris, good morning Ma'am Inday, Sara Duterte, watching from Tungol, Maguindanao. Maraming salamat po dyan sa mga kababayan natin sa Maguindanao sa iyong suporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte. Mula naman kay Desyang Amparado, God bless BBM and Sara Duterte Carpio, God bless the Philippines. Maraming salamat po sa inyong suporta sa BBM Sara Unity. Mula kay Abigail Luberiza, good day, Sara all4U, Sir Tech. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood at suporta sa ating programa at maging sa ating ikalawang Pangulo ng Bansa, Sara Duterte. Mula kay Nori Joy Tampus Sarbida, watching here in Singapore, SG Solid Unity. Maraming salamat po sa mga kababayan natin sa Singapore na patuloy ang suporta sa BBM Sara Unity. Mula naman kay JM Rush Juarez, watching from Barotac, Nuevo, Iloilo. Maraming salamat sa ating mga kababayan sa Iloilo City sa inyong suporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte. Mula naman kay Alice K. Canlas Borja, watching from Dubai, BBM Sara Unity. Salamat Ma'am Alice at sa mga kababayan natin na nanonood sa Dubai sa inyong suporta sa BBM Sara Unity. Mula kay Marie Cor, watching from Bridgeview, Illinois, USA. Maraming salamat Marie at mga kababayan natin sa Illinois, USA sa inyong suporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte, Apo Bongbong Marcos at sa buong Unity.
Inday Sara, ikaw ang agila.
Parami na parami ang mga Pinoy artist mula sa iba't ibang larangan ng sining para sa kandidatura pagka-Vice Presidente ni Mayor Sara Duterte. Pakinggan naman natin ngayon ang testimonya ni Twin Ebarle, isang editor at theater actor na si Naser Salcedo. Dito lang sa Artist for Sara.
Kasi favorite ko talaga yung pagiging matapang niya. May paninindigan. And maganda siya. Tsaka yung salita niya, may meaning, may feelings, may ganun, may laman. Yun yung importante, may laman. Kaya ko siya gusto kasi alam kong matalino siya. Hindi lang sa salita niya, sa mga gawa niya, matalino siya. Yung pag-approach niya sa pagpananalita niya, yung parang barkada ko lang siya. Yung pwede siyang sa matanda, sa bata, sa mahirap, sa mayaman, pwede siya sa ganun. Kaya siya yung sinusuportahan ko kasi parang siya yung pinaka may ganung attitude. Mayor, idol kita! Kasi ang ganda mo, ang talino mo, at ang tapang mo. Yun ang gusto ko.
Pinasuportahan ko gid si Mayor Inday Sara sa iyang pagtakbo bilang Vice President. Kasi naniniwala ako na we need a strong leader, a leader with a heart, passion, and with action. At saka naniniwala din ako na susuportahan ni Mayor Inday ang arts community. So, yes for BBM Sara. Mayor Inday, I cannot wait na makatrabaho ka namin ng mga artistang Pilipino. Suportado ka here sa Manila, sa Iloilo, lahat ng mga artista, suportado ka namin. And we cannot wait to work with you.
Ako po si Direk Niel de Mesa ng Artists for Sara. Kung ikaw ay isang Pilipino na tunay na sumusuporta kay Mayor Inday Sara Duterte at sa tambalang BBM Sara, hinahayag mo ito sa iyong social media accounts o nagsishare ng mga posts tungkol sa Unity. At syempre, ikaw ay isang malikhaing alagad ng sining. Maaring ikaw ay isang musiko, aktor, mga awit, kompositor, taga-teatro, mananayaw, designer, graphic artist, live performer, filmmaker, manunulat, DJ, o di kaya ay nasa larangan ng multimedia at creative arts. Maaari mo nang sabihin ikaw ay isang artist for Sara. Isa sa adhikain ni Mayor Inday Sara ang pagkakapantay-pantay ng lahat ng mga Pilipino. Walang mayaman, walang mahirap, walang kasarian, walang relihiyon. Sa makatuwid, walang sikat at hindi sikat. Ang boses mo at ang iyong suporta ay mahalaga, lalo na sa larangan ng sining. Isang larangan na nais pag-ibayuhin ni Mayor Inday Sara Duterte at suportahan sa paparating niyang termino. Kung nais mong makibahagi sa mga activities o events para sa tambalang BBM Sara, mag-email lang ng inyong contact details sa artistsforsara@gmail.com. Daghang salamat at mahalin natin ang Pilipinas. Syukran.
Assalamualaikum, madayaw ug maayong adlaw kaninyong tanan. Maraming salamat sa mga kasapi ng Artists for Sara. para sa inyong suporta sa aking mithiin na maging pangalawang Pangulo ng ating bansa. Nakakataba ito ng puso at dagdag inspirasyon at lakas ng loob para sa akin. Sama-sama po tayong isulong ang isang mapayapa at maunlad na pamumuhay para sa bawat Pilipino. Mahalin natin ang Pilipinas. Syukran.
Bago po tayo magpaalam, shoutout muna sa mga grupong patuloy ang suporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte, Apo Bongbong Marcos at sa buong unit team. Super Inday, Sara All, Masada o Marcos Sara Duterte Alliance, Inday Cares, Let's Go Unit Team Coalition at iba't ibang BBM Sara Unit Team chapters sa buong mundo. Special shoutout din po sa PDP Laban Party, Kusi Wing, sa kanilang pag-endorso sa BBM Sara Tandem. At dyan po nagtatapos ang SA4U ngayong araw ng Martes. Marami pong salamat sa inyong patuloy na pagsubaybay sa ating programa. Muli pong palaala, mag-ingat pa rin laban sa COVID-19, hindi lang para sa ating sarili, kundi para rin sa ating mga mahal sa buhay. Kaya always wear your face mask, observe social distancing, at magpabakuna o booster shot po tayo. At sa ngalan ni Mayor Sara Duterte, ako po ang inyong lingkod, puso at serbisyo, Tech Ocampo. At ito po ang SA4U.
Bongbong Inday, Bongbong Inday, sila lang, ang sigaw ng bayan. Bongbong Inday, Bongbong Inday, sila lang, ang sigaw ng bayan. Sila, tapos na ang araw ng hirap at gutom. Swerte ka't magbabalik, tunay na lider. Likas na yaman na para sa bayan. Tunay na pagmamahal para sa bawat Pilipino. Bongbong Inday, Bongbong Inday, sila lang, ang sigaw ng bayan. Bongbong Inday, Bongbong Inday, sila lang, ang sigaw ng bayan.
Sara Zimmerman Duterte is a Filipino politician and lawyer. She is popularly known in the Philippines as Inday Sara. The nickname Inday means beloved in the Visayan language. In her baptism records, her name is Sara Vicenta, in honor of her grandfather, Vicente. She is the second child of Rodrigo Roa Duterte, the 16th President of the Republic of the Philippines, and Elizabeth Zimmerman Duterte, a former flight attendant and teacher. Sara is the first ever elected woman and the youngest vice mayor and mayor of Davao City. Her life is profoundly backdropped by her family's long history in politics and public service. Her socio-political acumen and leadership skills have been sharpened by the Duterte family's tradition of working in the government and serving the people. Sara's grandfather, lawyer Vicente Tete Gonzales Duterte, was governor of the then undivided Davao Province from 1959 to 1965. For 3 years, starting 1965, he served as a Secretary of General Services of former President Ferdinand Marcos. Before this, he served as acting mayor of Cebu's municipality of Danao from 1946 to 1948. Sara's Lolo Tete was a man remembered by many for his humility and magnanimity. Her grandmother, Soledad Gonzales Roa, was an educator who established a foundation in Davao City that served indigenous people's children needing education. On the other hand, Sara's maternal ancestry provided her with an acute understanding of the heart of the working class. Her maternal grandfather, Godofredo Baldazo Zimmerman, was the son of George John Zimmerman, a German-American missionary, and Cristita Baldazo, who hailed from Hilongos, Leyte. Her Lolo Godo worked his way up from crew to ship captain. Sara's grandmother, Purissima Puring Fortunado Abellana, was an exuberant popular vendor in Davao City's Bangkerohan and Manila's Baclaran markets. Puring's roots are traced back to Tuburan, Cebu, and is said to be a putative descendant of Hari Tupas, the son-in-law of Hari Humabon. Before politics, Sara had a brief stint as a court attorney in the Supreme Court of the Philippines in 2006. She then served as vice mayor from 2007 to 2010 and was elected mayor in 2010 in what is now known as the biggest landslide election victory in the history of Davao. Although a newcomer in 2007, Sara demonstrated transformational leadership skills among the members of the City Council. Her colleague, the veteran legislator Pilar Braga, described her as a firm, principled, tactful negotiator, pacifier, and fearless administrator. One of the landmark legislation passed when she was vice mayor was the Watershed Code of Davao. It aims to protect, conserve, and manage the watershed areas of the city. Her landmark project while serving vice mayor was Inday para sa Barangay, a whole-of-government approach to service every year in each of the 182 barangays of the city. It is now called the Caravan of Government Services when she moved to the city mayor's office. During her term as mayor, the timeless Davao Life is Here brand was created. It propelled Davao City's image as a desired market and destination for investment and tourism events, including the meetings, incentives, conference, exhibitions market. As a neophyte mayor in 2010, she easily gained the trust of Region 11 economic pillars. Then President Benigno Simeon Aquino Jr. appointed her as chairperson of the Regional Development Council. The RDC under her leadership made notable accomplishments that propelled the region. She was also selected as a NEDA Board Regional Development Committee Mindanao Area Committee chairperson. During her first full year as RDC chairperson, Davao Region's gross regional domestic product expanded from 3.9% in 2011 to 7.1% in 2012. Because of this notable accomplishment, Sara was lauded by Joey Salceda, a prominent economist and well-respected member of the House of Representatives, as someone with an enlightened leadership style and sophisticated economic thinking. Under Sara's leadership, Davao City soared to greater heights and emerged as a premier city in Mindanao. For the short period of 2011 to 2013, Davao City received 36 awards, citations, and recognitions for good governance, business, tourism, health, environment, fiscal management, transparency, among others. Sara served as a regional officer of the National Movement of Young Legislators in 2007 to 2010 and served as officer in the National Executive Board of the League of Cities Philippines in 2010 to 2013. At this point, she already figured in the early surveys for senators in the 2013 elections, even if she was underage. In 2013, Sara took a respite from politics, devoting her time as one of the partner lawyers of Carpio and Duterte lawyers. She passed the pre-judicature program of the Philippine Judicial Academy in preparation for her plans to join the judiciary. Her desire to continue serving the public led her to be involved in a non-government organization, and in 2014, she was elected to the Board of Governors of the Philippine Red Cross. On the side, she worked on various product endorsements and as a segment host for a local morning news show on GMA Network. Her hosting job gave her the opportunity to volunteer, deliver relief, and report firsthand on the damage and the needs of the Boholanos during the 2013 earthquake. In 2016, Sara re-entered local politics and ran for mayor. She and her mother Elizabeth, who was in between cancer treatments, embarked on a national bus caravan called Biyaheng Duterte to help campaign for President Duterte. They were joined by some members of the family and Sara's friends and classmates from high school. Fresh from the success of the bus campaign, the centerpiece of her mayoral comeback was called Biyaheng Duterte, a political agenda guided by 30 projects for 10 priority sectors: education, health, poverty alleviation, infrastructure development, solid waste management and environment, agriculture, investment and tourism, traffic and transportation management, disaster risk reduction and management, and peace and order. As a believer of continuity, Sara's 2019 mayoral re-election bid was anchored on the 2016 platform, but this time called Biyaheng Duterte, the second trip. Sara relentlessly pursued peace and progress in her administration. As a result, she was able to lift Davao City to a stellar national status with 117 awards, citations, and recognitions from March 2017 to December 2021. Davao City is included on the 2021 Top 10 Richest Cities of the Philippines of the Commission on Audit. And in the same year, Davao City was ranked the 4th most competitive, highly urbanized city by the Department of Trade and Industry. At the end of calendar year 2022, Davao City is expected to be debt-free. At the start of 2016, when she returned as mayor, Davao City's loan balance was in the amount of 1.3 billion pesos out of all loans contracted by the city during the years 2000, between 2005 and 2010, and in 2015. Loan repayments have been consistently provided for in the budget. For the year 2022, the amount of 46.7 million pesos has been made available for the final repayment, making Davao City debt-free. During her terms as mayor between 2016 and 2022, she played supporting roles to the Regional Development Council and the Regional Peace and Order Council. Sara accepted the challenge of the appointment as chairperson of both the Metropolitan Davao Coordinating Committee under the RDC and the Task Force Tuganay of the RPOC. Both committees are trailblazing peace and development initiatives in Region 11. The Metro Davao Committee lists as an accomplishment the House of Representatives and Senate approval of the creation of Metropolitan Davao Development Authority. Sara has been recognized both here and abroad for the work that she has done as local chief executive. In 2012, she was one of the 88 nominees to the prestigious World Mayor Awards and one of the only 2 Filipino mayor nominees. In 2021, she was selected as the Philippines' top-performing mayor with a rating of 93% by an independent and non-commissioned survey of the RP Mission and Development Foundation, Incorporated. It was a feat achieved in the time of the crushing COVID-19 pandemic. Foreign governments have also recognized Sara for her work, generously supporting and inviting her to learn from their countries. She was one of only 2 Philippine mayors invited in 2012 by the government of Israel to attend the 28th International Mayors Conference. In that same year, she also participated in the World Mayors Forum in Singapore. In 2018, Sara participated in an urban planning study tour in the cities of Tokyo and Kitakyushu with the Japan International Cooperation Agency. And in 2020, she attended the 88th Winter Meeting of the United States Conference of Mayors in Washington, D.C. Sara is an alumna of the International Visitors Leadership Program of the U.S. State Department. Her advocacies are reflected in the projects dearest to her, the Peace 911, Magnegosyo Taday, Pagbabago Campaign, and the Kian Gabriel Hotline. Peace 911 is a successful local peace initiative that practically brought stability to the once conflict area of Paquibato District in Davao City. The project contributed to the collapse of the New People's Army Guerrilla Front 55. Magnegosyo Taday is a livelihood support project that encouraged entrepreneurship of women. The success of MTD spawned the Rainbow Magnegosyo Taday that intend to support entrepreneurship in the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transsexual community. The Pagbabago campaign is a two-pronged approach to solving interlocking problems related to poverty, children's education, and responsible parenthood. Through the Pagbabago campaign, children and parents in the communities are given bags branded as Pagbabago that contain reading materials on the importance of education and responsible parenting. Sara personally delivers these bags to children and parents. She uses her voice and influence to steer families into the right path out of poverty. The Kian Gabriel Hotline was created to allow anonymous reporting of child neglect and abuse that paved the way to rescue children in distress. The hotline was created in memory of 2 children in Davao City who died because of abuse. Since its operationalization in October 2016 and as of January 2022, no child has died at the hands of abusers in the city. In 2018, Sara led the creation of Hugpong ng Pagbabago, a region-wide political party aimed at creating a strong, peaceful, and developed region that can become a symbol of hope for our country's progress. Just like in 2016, she also went around the country in 2019, but this time on her favorite big bike, a 900cc Yamaha XSR, she fondly named Ella to help campaign for senator candidates. In November 2021, Sara took her oath as a member of the Lakas Christian Muslim Democrats National Party. Sara is currently the chairperson of both the HNP and Lakas CMD. Sara is an adopted member of the Philippine Military Academy Maharlika Class of 1984 and the Philippine National Police Academy Tagapagkalinga Class of 1991. She is a member of the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary and the Armed Forces of the Philippines Army Reserve Command. She holds the rank of Colonel and is currently the Assistant Brigade Commander of the 2202nd Ready Reserve Combined Arms Brigade, Philippine Army. She has received several medals, ribbons, badges, and citations for her work in Davao in support of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. She also received a presidential award from former President Benigno Simeon Aquino Jr. and the Philippine Commission for the Urban Poor in December 2011. And in August 2021, Sara was celebrated by Asia Pacific Luminaire Awards as someone who has contributed to the creation of a brighter future. Sara is a Bachelor of Science in Respiratory Therapy graduate from the San Pedro College in Davao City. She received her Juris Doctor degree from the San Sebastian College Recoletos in the city of Manila. She was presented as one of the 30 most outstanding St. Augustine awardees of San Sebastian in January 2014 and was granted by the San Sebastian College of Law the Distinguished Alumna Award for Public Service in February 2020. She also received the Distinguished Woman of Service Award from the San Beda College Alumni Association in February 2011. Sara spent 4 years of law school at the San Beda and her final year in San Sebastian. Sara is a graduate in 2011 of the twin program of the Armed Forces of the Philippines Command and General Staff College, General Staff Course, and the Development Academy of the Philippines, Master of Public Management. Sara is blessed as an adopted member of the Ate tribe of Davao City in 2013. She was given the name Bio Simulun. She is also an adopted daughter of the province of Camarines Sur and the city of Tangub, and in 2019, she was blessed as an adopted daughter of the province of Abras Tingyan tribe, given the name Dulimaman, which was inspired from the courageous heroine in the tribe's epic Wadagan Ken Dulimaman. Sara was once involved in an infamous punching incident of a court sheriff in 2011. She has twice publicly apologized for what happened and was suspended by the Department of the Interior and Local Government and reprimanded through an administrative case. Looking back, she describes the sad incident as a turning point in her life as a politician, a constant reminder not to embarrass the mandate given to me by the people. She now considers herself the best person to talk about peace because she was once a national face of rage. Meanwhile, Sara has a collection of photos of herself with facades and altars of numerous Catholic churches taken during her travels all around the country. She is keenly interested in the architecture and history of Catholic churches, believing that each reflect the faith of the people and the uniqueness of the towns where these churches are built. She is married to fellow lawyer Manassas Reyes Carpio, and they have 3 children named Shark, Stingray, and Stonefish. Inday Sara is undoubtedly no magician, but the strength of her heart to lift everyone and soar high, fight, and win makes her second to none.